You're about to start the ultimate 10-day adventure on Japan's North Island, Hokkaido, by motorcycle and RV that will take you through cities, farms, volcanic national parks with bears, foxes, deer, and ferocious melon mascots, and of course local food, hot springs, and more. 3, 2, 1, let's ride.
The Japanese have an expression, Kacho Fugetsu, the beauties of nature. Japan's northern island of Hokkaido is the epitome of Kacho Fugetsu. Active volcanoes, wild onsen, breathtaking vistas. It's a vast and remote frontier, absolutely ripe for exploration. And explore is exactly what we're going to do.
We're at Tokyo's Haneda Airport, and after months of planning and prep, we're finally on our way to Hokkaido for our big adventure. The first 6 days will be by motorcycle, followed by 4 in an RV. Will we survive this? There's still a lot of people getting infected daily. We were both feeling a bit on edge.
Our rental motorcycles are located near the new Chitose Airport.
Our camping car rental place is right here as well. Yeah, they're out there.
Our 10-day adventure begins at the Rental 819 motorcycle rental shop, which is the nationwide chain. This location is also where we'll pick up our RV for the second half of the tour. After an easy orientation and filling out documents, it was time to inspect the bikes.
What's this one do? Oh!
Let's ride.
Have a nice week.
Have a nice trip. So it's taking a little bit longer than we thought to get out of the road. There's a lot of things to connect up when you're making a documentary about motorcycling, but it's very important to be safe. This is day 1. We're going to be traveling from here towards Noboribetsu and then to Lake Toya, which is our final destination. We're going to be staying in a cabin in a beautiful place. Hopefully the weather holds out like it does today, because blue skies, very little clouds, I like a lot. I have to be honest with you, this is the first time I've ridden a motorcycle off of the course, but I think it's gonna be fine. The training kicks in. It looks like the Honda 400X is enough of a beast for me to handle. We're gonna find out really quickly as we take off down the road. Let's go. I think it's gonna be fine. The training kicks in.
And mind you, we're still in the parking lot. Thankfully, nobody other than us saw that.
This is John's first 100 meters on a bike on the real roads. Woohoo! And I can tell already I am absolutely gonna love this bike, the Tracer 900. There he is, John Daub, his debut ride. This is awesome!
And 30 minutes later, once again, the training kicks in.
It looks like the Honda 400X is enough of a beast for me to handle.
Oh, here comes that cop. Oh, 大丈夫です。大丈夫です。ありがとう。すみません。Right, せーの。すみません。ありがとうございます。怪我ない。ない、大丈夫。You okay? 曲がった時、ちょっとバランス悪くなった。Okay. ありました。You broke you want to put this in your bag?
So I had my first fall. It was at a stop sign. I have no idea. I guess I just was going too slow and I tried to turn and I lost control and the bike fell. It's quite heavy and bent in the handle, the shift, and we have a little bit of difficulty. So I have to go find a crowbar and perhaps we can fix it. All right, onwards. We get to do our best.
In Japan, there is never a gas station too far away, and this one had a crowbar. How lucky is that? We were able to bend the shift lever back to operating position and thanked our lucky stars. And the gas station attendant. Back on the road.
With all this excitement, we were working up quite an appetite. And like gas stations in Japan, there's always a convenience store when you need one. In fact, there are 50,000 konbini in Japan, one for every 2,500 residents. So we actually skipped breakfast and lunch, moved pretty much right on to dinner, right? So I got a couple of onigiri at the Lawson's here, and the sun is setting pretty quickly, so we're gonna have to boogie, get to the hotel in the next hour. It's about an hour ride from here, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, beautiful coastal road. Beautiful coastal road. So we're at Usuzan, which is the service area. Pretty amazing sunset. This is the end of the day. What was this first day like for you?
The great thing about Hokkaido is the wide open spaces and very few cars, which is a wonderful place for a new person riding on a bike. But you know, we haven't really gotten into the gusto of Hokkaido yet. Tomorrow it's gonna be full-on excitement.
And the sun has set.
We've arrived. What a view.
Yeah, amazing.
All right, let's change, get a bath, eat. I was pretty nervous riding in the dark. We got here just as the sun was setting, and yeah, it was a really hard first day for me. I wasn't quite used to it. I'm really looking forward to this dinner. So the first day of the motorcycle trip is in the books. We are having some local Wagyu, which looks pretty incredible.
After today, I can't think of two guys more deserving of a toast.
Peter, the brain surgeon, has this super glue. Hold this for a second, and tape, basically to repair the clutch. Peter, first he glued it, then he taped it, and then we glued the tape, and then we taped that. And I think it might just hold.
It might just hold.
Well, it won't
But
hold,
then again,
but
it might not.
It won't hold, but it might. That's like the expression. It won't hold.
But it might.
We'll find out tomorrow.
Now that you know we're on motorcycles exploring this amazing island of Hokkaido, let's take a quick look at where exactly we'll be riding for the next 5 days. We'll be exploring this region south of Sapporo, from Lake Toya, through the mountains of Niseko, onto the coast, and then to the port town of Otaru, and finally Sapporo. This stunning caldera lake is Toyako, Lake Toya. Incredibly, it never freezes over in winter, despite its frigid environment. That's because the entire region is part of a supervolcano known as the Shikotsatoya National Park. That island in the middle that looks like a bad guy lair, that's Nakajima. Boat tours are available. Our accommodation for the first 2 days of this trip were at Kitatuki Canadian Club. And don't be fooled by the name. It's not a traditional Japanese inn. It's a log cabin type complex right on Lake Toya with amazing views of the water. We really enjoyed the setting, and breakfast here, we're talking 5-star eating, folks.
All right, so day 2, let's ride.
Let's ride.
Yeah, off to Noboribetsu.
Via Toyako Onsen. In Hokkaido, John, bikers are a brotherhood. So whenever a biker sees another biker, you wave to them.
Okay.
You gave me an air fist bump.
Whoa.
Loving this bike. Loving this bike. We need some Chips soundtrack right now. You remember how it goes?
Da 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 da.
Well, we know who Ponch is.
Smell the air, the fresh air with the visors up. I like it.
Oh, yeah. That's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Never understood the sign showing a woman's bra. What is this?
No, that just means humps. Speed bumps.
Oh, bumps. Oh, okay.
Now I know what you're on the lookout for. 48 minutes to get to our goal for today, for this afternoon anyways, just the Noboribetsu, the big Oni.
Oh my God, I think I see it. From behind the trees. How do you know? Oh, cool. Awesome, look at that. There it is, the Noboribetsu Oni. Isn't that cool? Look how menacing that looks. Don't mess with Noboribetsu.
So this Oni here at Noboribetsu, right at the interchange, is pretty significant to me personally because it was at this very spot in 2003 when I did a hitchhiking trip from Wakkanai, the very north of Hokkaido, down to Kagoshima, that I spent several hours trying to get a ride. I remember that Oni watching me, almost ridiculing me. So after I struggled at this spot, I walked down into the town about 15 minutes and I started hitchhiking in front of a toy store. And I'm going to go visit the owner of that toy store to see how he's doing because he's one of the rides who took me a little bit of the ways and made that day a lot better.
By the way, this is our amazing assistant Yamamoto-san from our biker gear partner Kushitani.
Who's dorkier? No. Yeah, so there's a toy museum that John has a long history with. He's talked it up very big, so I'm sure it will be big.
This is my dear friend Wakaki-san. He has an impressive world-class toy collection in the small town of Noboribetsu, including treasures you can't find anywhere else on the planet.
This is rare. Tomi made this toy for Christmas. They began selling it at the beginning of December. Then the kids touched it and cut their fingers. So they stopped selling them. I bought 3, and Tomi asked me to send them back, and I kept 1. Do you have a favorite toy? No, I like them all. I like all of them. This is an old one, from 1940. I was born in 1938. When I was 7 years old, Japan lost the war. I still have a memory of an airplane flying by and firing its machine gun.
Wakaki-san's collection is enormous, and we haven't even scratched the surface here. I'll be back in the near future to make a full episode on Wakaki-san and his amazing toy collection.
Isn't this cool? This is their local mascot, the Oni, with his ugly stick. This is a public onsen here. And before you go in and wash yourself, the tradition is to wash the Oni. This is Shikotsu Toya National Park, and it's part of a massive volcanic, what would you call it?
Fart? Says it smells like.
It's a massive geothermal park, and wow, look at that.
This is Jigokudani, or Hell Valley.
Welcome to hell, John Daub.
Hell smells like eggs.
Oh, hell yeah. Pardon the pun.
Hell Valley is certainly an appropriate name for this spectacular, smoldering landscape. A very active volcano, this part of Noboribetsu is the main source for the region's hot spring waters. The sulfuric scents, hot steam vents, and mesmerizing lunar-like topography is like you're in another world. Nearby are the boiling blue-green waters of Oyunuma, a beautiful but intimidating pool you would not want to bathe in unless you're a lobster. The surface temperatures reach between 40 and 50 degrees Celsius, but the superheated water gushing from the source below is nearly 130 degrees.
It was time for a quick bite at a local eatery. Often the homeliest looking places have the best food. The oyakodon and ramen here were delicious.
Tonight, in the town of Muroran, is the annual Summer Fireworks Festival. So we got back on the bikes and rode to our accommodation on Lake Toya. John was really getting a feel for the biker life. Just in time for dinner. Getting jealous yet? Every meal at this place has been the bomb. This time, we dined on whey-fed pork as the main course. Whey, delicious.
The Hakucho Bridge takes you across to the Muroran port, where we'll be watching the fireworks. Hanabi Taikai, or fireworks events, are a summertime favorite among the Japanese. After 2 consecutive summers of canceled events, it was so great to get back to business. Good morning. This is day 3 of our motorcycle adventure. We are still at Canadian Club Kikukutuchi. How do you say? Kitutuki. I really like this place. The breakfasts and the dinners have been legendary. So I'm glad that we got the half board. The cabin we stayed in was beautiful. Check it out. It's like logs of wood, which could go up at any time. The view has been kind of blurry, white, washed out. It's cloudy today, not very sunny. Just gonna be riding up from here to Niseko, taking country roads. Maybe we'll find a fruit stand or 2, a restaurant, a small mom and pop place. This is my hope. Maybe a bear, a couple of deer. I don't know what's out there. We're gonna find out. Let's go.
Let's ride. Woo!
Yeah! What did you think of Kitutuki Canadian Club?
Pretty nice place. I was impressed with the food, the cabin.
It's not exactly Japanese style accommodation, but so cool. You right? You okay?
Yeah, should have done that. Looks alright.
Yeah, your brake handle's bent.
Let's not do that again. Let's
3 times the charm. And we got it on the recording as well.
Be there!
Oh, this is great through here. I love this.
Wow.
The windies going through forest like this, all along a lake there. Oh, it's awesome. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Awesome.
Get some twisties going here.
Hey.
Come up here close to me. I want to give you a hug.
Jesus. This is really incredible. I love the fact we're in the shade, shielded from the heat. but the colors are amazing. You got the blue lake here, you have the green trees. Outstanding.
Now we finally get a chance to see what the Hokkaido riding is all about. I love this through here.
All right, we have arrived at a Michi no Eki. Where are we exactly?
This is Rusutsu, and heading back this way is Niseko, where we'll be staying tonight. And these roads, what do you think?
Those loops were pretty cool, and it built up a lot of confidence for me as a new rider because I have to be honest, it was a little bit uncomfortable, but after a while you learn to lean in a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, I feel it out.
Now we're at the roadside station. We're gonna get some
Michi no
food.
Eki. Get some ice cream if we can, some Hokkaido ice cream or food or whatever, and get back on the road. Hotel check-in at 2 o'clock, and then we're gonna see Niseko.
Yeah.
Pretty excited about it.
Looking forward to that.
Let's get going.
All right.
Michi no Eki, or roadside stations, are a wonderful place for travelers to buy some local foods and souvenirs, and at this place, eat some surprisingly fantastic pizza.
I have pizza.
All right, open her up.
We were not expecting the quality of pie at a roadside station. Farm fresh tomato and sausage and bacon pizza drizzled with basil sauce. It really hit the spot.
It's really good.
You can see Mount Yotei. Niseko is on the other side.
Welcome everybody to Hirafu. This is Mount Yotei back behind us. You can't see it. It's kind of shy like Mount Fuji is.
If you've been here before, might not recognize it in the summer. And the weather is so weird. It's changing so quickly. Those are rain clouds. So this is where we stayed. Chalet Ivy. And you could tell we stayed here because two bikes, motorcycles.
Look at this guy.
Whoa!
Holy, and he's only got one hand on the handlebar. Don't crash.
Dude,
please don't crash.
no.
Please don't crash. Dude,
sure.
stop at that red light.
Rub her down. I just said rub her down. Did you get it? Nobody understands. If it's like a motorcycle, rub her down. I was like, wait a second. At first I thought people were saying, rub her down. Who is she? You didn't get it? Was that a motorcycling thing? I don't know.
It is now.
I like that.
One of the most anticipated parts of this trip to Hokkaido was to visit Upopoi, the National Ainu Museum, to learn about the island's indigenous people, the Ainu, and their rich history. To have a better understanding of the Ainu, it's important to note their reverence of the kamui, or spirit deities. This is an integral part of Ainu culture and can be found in their oral traditions, like this ceremony performed by elders to pass down their knowledge to the future generation. The varying rhythms and throatal vocalizations are remarkable. One of the many symbolic parts of Ainu culture is their traditional clothing, beautiful and colorful, with distinctive patterns, not only for aesthetics, but also considered to have magical purposes, like to ward off evil spirits. The robes are made of fibers spun from inner tree bark and other natural materials that were available to them. This included salmon and trout skins used for footwear. We even tried some simple but delicious traditional soup, which is made with fish and locally grown vegetables. This is an Ainu home called a chisei. They're constructed with wood, thatch, and other natural materials. And of course, no nails. Ainu culture is fascinating, and their traditional dance is a passionate ceremony closely related to their lifestyle and religion. This is Iomante. The dance involves a large circle of singing and chanting dancers. I find there's an uncanny resemblance to Native American music and dance. Some dances imitate the calls and movements of animals or insects. And much like Native American and other indigenous peoples, the Ainu believe that deities can be found in their surroundings and frequently use dance to worship and give thanks to nature.
I love these pants, but it's hard to kick over.
Yeah. All right, off we go.
Off we go.
That was a successful day 3. We're starting up day 4, heading for Otaru. This is a Lamborghini coming up.
Oh wow.
With Lambo, now Lambo. Look at that.
Whoa.
Woohoo! That's a $300,000 car right there.
Seriously.
Yeah. We need a
Why?
few more Kickstarters for that.
Join our Kickstarter, sir. All right,
Let's go.
onwards. Take
Dude.
that Ferrari
Yeah.
or Lambert.
It's a Ferragini.
Oh, I see the clouds. I'm not too worried about it. You know why? Because all morning it looked like this and it didn't rain. So I'm guessing by the time I get to the coast, it'll clear out. It's probably just constipated clouds stuck in the mountain areas of the center of this neck of Hokkaido, right?
Any way you can shorten that statement?
I can't even repeat it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Sure, look at this thing. Yeah, baby. Woo! Yeah, bring it. That's what I'm freaking talking about. The butt jump, dog. Oh my God, that's a great curve. Oh yeah.
Hokkaido is a vast area, about the size of the entire country of Austria, and leads Japan's agricultural industry. Picturesque farmland makes up an enormous part of the island, and with it, scenic roads everywhere, offering some very lovely rides.
Right?
This is the experience. This is the Hokkaido motorcycle experience, huh?
Yep. Getting off the main roads into these little farmlands is a real bonus. Woohoo!
Tony! You're rocking it, baby!
Being in such a beautiful spot, how could we not set up a selfie? It took a little doing, but eventually we got some great shots. It's time to pick up the pace. We still have quite a ways to get to Otaru, but along the way, we have some amazing riding ahead of us. This part of western Hokkaido, facing the Japan Sea, is gorgeous. The Shakotan Peninsula. Riding along the sea here is a real treat. The terrain is an interesting mix of rocky coast and emerald green mountains. Neither of us expected what we'd see after this next tunnel.
Wow.
Those hills are alive with the sound of cicadas and bears making love.
It should come as no surprise that the main industry along these parts is the fishing trade. We've heard some of Hokkaido's best offerings from the sea come from the Shakotan Peninsula, and we're about to find out.
The Shakotan Peninsula is on the west side of Hokkaido, not far from Niseko and Otaru. It takes a few hours to drive around it from Iwanai. It boasts some of the best seafood in Japan, and we found an amazing restaurant en route right down there in the coastal town of Furubira.
We've stopped in at one of the area's oldest and most popular sushi restaurants, Minato Sushi, and had no idea what we were about to experience. Whenever you see a marshmallowy Michelin man, you know you're in for something really special. This is some of the freshest seafood I've ever seen. It's brought in daily by local fishermen, and it's literally jumping out of the bowl. We asked the patriarch of the restaurant, Tomikawa-san, about the best seafood in Hokkaido's Shakotan Peninsula, and of course his restaurant's recommended dish.
In this area of Hokkaido, the Shakotan Peninsula, there's all kinds of seafood available, including tuna and yellowtail. In this season, sea urchin is the best. Summertime in the Shakotan Peninsula region produces the most delicious sea urchin.
This is a pretty incredible place. This is Minato Sushi, and you can tell there's a history and a lot of really delicious seafood on the table here. Wow, look at that uni don, and this one is an uni ebi ikura don, shrimp and sea urchin. And
Three different types of shrimp.
Yeah, and the color of that uni is different. This is an orange, and this is more of a like a beige, pale color, but it's an uni mountain.
Yeah.
Uni-san. Okay.
Are you ready?
Wow.
Have you ever had uni that fresh before?
No, and it has so much flavor to it, and it's different than the regular uni. It doesn't have a fishy taste to it,
not
or a
at
sea
all.
taste to it. You can also put this in seaweed and make kind of a, dare I say, burrito.
Don't you dare.
Oh, yeah, I dare.
Oh, come on.
This tamagoyaki is really unique because it has uni inside it.
Right.
I've never had anything like this before.
Yeah, me neither.
It's got that sweet egg to it, you know, and you can tell a good sushi place by the tamagoyaki, so that's excellent. But that addition of the sea urchin,
It's like a delicate addition to that tamagoyaki.
this is another reason why you would travel around Japan, because each place eating the food at the origin, there are so many benefits to doing it, including the freshness of it and getting to meet with the chefs that have been working and living in that area for generations. I like to spend my money not on things but on food, because food to me is an experience. It's something that each time you eat, you live that experience, and
Exactly, something you can take with you for the rest of your life, and you can share the stories and encourage other people to experience that. And man, what an experience.
Next stop, the very cool coastal town of Otaru, a must-stop for any travels to Hokkaido. Otaru was once a major trade and fishing port, and many of its old warehouses and other historic buildings give Otaru's center a special character. And despite the illumination, no, it's not Christmas time. All this riding and eating and sightseeing is hard work. We decided to treat ourselves to something to wash down all that delicious seafood. This brewery is located in one of the warehouses along the canal. It's a German-style brewery, and it's called, simply, Otaru Beer. Time to raise a toast to a successful day 4.
All right, let's ride. This is the start of day 2.
Day 2?
Sorry.
Day 5.
All right. This is the start of day 5. In the rain.
In the rain. But you know what? I don't mind it so much. Otaru is kind of a rainy type of town, right on the ocean and fishing village sort of place.
I guess that's one way to look at it. I like it when it's in the sun.
Well, it was certainly a nice little stop at Otaru.
Yeah, I like this city. This is one where I probably could see myself living here.
Yeah, it's got just enough charm to keep you around, you know? I love this old Meiji era feel, old world feel.
Yeah, there's so many different kind of shops here, from food to crafts and like glass and music boxes at the end of the street.
I wonder what the history of all the glass here is. Just, were they making glass back in the old
Probably.
days?
A lot of this is Russian influenced from what I've been told. But
Right.
I can smell this street. The street through here, making me a little hungry. Right up ahead, this is the music box shop that we went in live streaming earlier.
Right. It's a shame it's raining, but Otaru is charming whether it's rain or shine.
It's one of my favorite cities to come and visit.
So yeah, it's an absolute must visit if you're in Hokkaido.
So we have about a 40-minute ride from here to Sapporo, and it should be uneventful. Basically, we're in the rain.
Sapporo is the largest city in Hokkaido. Tell us about it, John.
A lot of universities, a lot of really good restaurants. Yeah, there's a lot of history in the city of Sapporo as well. Everybody knows about that Sapporo Snow Festival, which is held in February every year, creating amazing sculptures. We do move to the RV neck, which is going to be in itself a unique adventure that we might like just as much, but the freedom of the motorcycle is pretty awesome.
Oh yeah. I kind of wish we were just getting started with the bikes. I mean, there's so much more to see in Hokkaido. We'll certainly have more chances to ride together. Japan's a big place, and there's lots to see. Yeah, no, I'm impressed. You've really learned a lot. In the past 2 days, you've improved a lot. You look a lot more confident.
Oh, the rain is coming down, huh?
There's a parking up here, and 2 kilometers. Won't we pull over and put on our rain gear?
Rain gear. We're about 24 minutes outside of Sapporo. Should arrive there at 1:30. I do appreciate it, Peter, because I don't think I'd be able to ride this trip through the rain and elements without having somebody who's done it before.
Oh, my pleasure. Oh boy, now we're into urban riding.
Yeah, we are.
Look at all this traffic.
John's not happy.
Peter's not happy.
Is everybody ever happy with urban riding?
A stop to refuel the bikes, allowing for a moment of reflection. Breathe the fumes in and out.
Hotel is the AINU Crown Plaza. Should be a good experience. The end of the motorcycle trip. I wanted to pick something that was pretty comfortable too.
We're here, Sapporo,
Day 5. We survived the rain.
We did survive the rain. Ready to get out here and check out the metropolis of Sapporo.
It was so nice to get out of our wetsuits and check into our rooms. The Crown Plaza is a nice enough hotel. Comfy beds and a shower is all we needed. Well, that and some Japanese comfort food. Katsudon, tender pieces of batter-fried pork cutlets with egg and vegetables, all simmered in an umami-rich soup. My.
A night in Sapporo wouldn't be complete without a stroll around the city center, regardless of the rainy weather. The Susukino neighborhood with its neon lights and energy never disappoints.
Really? Never disappoints?
We had just come to Susukino. We're in Sapporo. We have ridden not that far today because, as you can see, the weather is not good. Yeah. We elected to take the highway, and we got, I think it was about 40 minutes to go from Otaru to Sapporo. Peter doesn't like his yellow rain gear, so he elected to wear his riding jacket.
KUSHITANI. This is very stylish.
Yeah.
You should have seen all the looks we got here in Susukino.
You
and
got no
Sapporo.
looks. No one was looking at you except for that.
Because people were making fun of you.
That's fine. I'm dry. They're not. Look at your umbrella. Ooh, that's cool. They were laughing at you not because of me, but because of your umbrella. Mary Poppins, you can't fly nowhere with that. We say goodbye with the Sapporo TV tower. It's 9:30. We need to get to bed.
This is day 6 of our motorcycle adventure here in Hokkaido. Oh, Mr. Cocky Pants here, pulling up in front of me. It's the first time I've been following John for this entire trip. So his cheese is in the breeze.
About to ride from Sapporo to Kayano, which is about 52 minutes on the navigation.
Kayano, which is an old decommissioned train station, and there's a very cool little rider house there.
I'm just glad it's not raining.
Yeah.
It was raining all day yesterday and it was cold. So it's pretty comfortable right now.
Well, we spoke too soon. Time to suit it up again. As we rode through the Hokkaido countryside, I couldn't help but think how much more beautiful it must be when the sun is shining.
Oh, there it is, right there.
Oh wow, okay, there's the station.
Cool, look at that.
Whoa!
Wow, look at all the stuff on this guy's bike.
Wow.
Welcome to Kayano Station, one of Japan's many unique rider houses. A rider house is a cheap place for bikers to hang out and sleep for the night, air out your clothes, get a bite to eat, maybe wash some clothes, and make new friends. There are many rider houses throughout Japan, and most have one thing in common: no frills. But what can you expect for 1,000 yen a night? Some are more extraordinary than others, like this one, a former train station. You can get a real feel for the era in which it operated.
This is Sakanashi-san. He's the owner of the Kayano Station Rider House. He told us a bit about the history of this place.
昔の駅がここだったんで閉鎖してあったの。もうクローズした。で、私が昔オートバイ乗っててみんなに世話になったの。そこら中の人に。だからこれをライダーハウスにして今度は俺が世話しようと。で、来た人を歓迎しようということでこれをオープンした。閉鎖は昭和62年で閉鎖しちゃって、5年10年は閉まってクローズになってたからもったいないんで、でこれを利用しようということでライダーハウスを始めた。
Sakanashi-san's wife made udon for us, and he insisted that we eat before we leave.
That's Japanese hospitality.
皆さんぜひカヤノに来てください。お願いします。
So it's going to be a bit bittersweet. This is the end of our motorcycle leg of this tour. Highly recommend a Hokkaido motorcycle ride. It's really a special place. Bikers from all over come here, and it's some of the best riding in the world for going to a foreign country and renting a bike. Amazing sights, incredible food.
On our way out of the village, we spotted this quaint rural shrine nestled among the trees. The cicadas here reminded us loud and clear that it was still summer in Japan.
Hokkaido is unique in that the people and the cars are few and far between. You've got these wide open roads with nobody around.
It was time to get back to the bike shop and pick up the RV. We were running a bit late.
6-day tour, we are back where we started. Rental 819, hope they're not too upset with us for being late.
What a great ride. Back where we started.
There's our camper waiting for us.
After 6 days in the saddle, we're both looking forward to our next several days in the camper.
Nice one.
Next time, we'll be taking the Japanese RV camper out to the far corners of East Hokkaido, where nature and the adventure lives wild. Mata ne.